Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm in my office. It's a bit of a war zone at the moment, so you might have gathered that some of the stuff I moved out of my house is now here. Two of those items you'll see behind me. I've got two statues. One of them is an outdoor statue of Our Lady. It's concrete. The other one is an indoor one, but is in need of a coat of paint. If anybody would like those statues, please contact me, and I'll gladly share those with you. I have plenty, and I don't have too much space to keep these. We come to today's readings, and I'd like to look at both of them. First one is St. Paul's letter to Titus, and he says, "You must appoint elders of irreproachable character." Now, obviously, what he's doing is he's talking to the people about establishing the community in the area, and he's effectively saying, make sure that the people who are going to be your leaders are people that can't be questioned. And I think that's important to bear in mind. In our society, we need to make sure that people are of a reproachable character, and some of them very few and far between. But let's not be cynical, but always bear in mind that that is what we should aspire towards. And then Luke's Gospel, chapter 17, he says, "If your brother does wrong, reprove him." Now, you see, that means forgive him if he comes in other words, explain to him he's done something wrong, and then forgive him if he comes back to you. And that's very distinct to the other teaching which often people would say is, the Bible says, judge not, don't judge others. But you see, once again, we need to understand what is meant by do not judge others. Only God is able to judge whether we're going to go to heaven or whether we aren't. That's not for anybody else to decide. But if somebody's done something wrong, we need to actually say to them, listen, you have done something wrong. Again, let's make sure that's important, that we distinguish between the sin and the sinner. We've got to always say the sin is wrong. The sinner is forgivable. And that's how we need to approach it. So in terms of pointing out any sinfulness, it is with the intention of remedying the situation. It comes back to, we used to call the sacrament of confession, is now called the sacrament of reconciliation. In other words, it's repairing the damage. And so in terms of approaching somebody who's doing something wrong, we should do it carefully, we should do it out of consideration, but always with the intention of a positive outcome for everybody. You have a wonderful day and keep yourself safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.